Good morning, Makos. It's Dr. Hunt again with this morning's announcements. Now, today is April 13th, 2020, and we're ready to start another week of school. But before we do, I thought I'd join you in this virtual classroom here. I'm at the University of Glasgow right now. That's in Scotland. One of the amazing universities in our world. Do you know it's the fourth oldest university that's English speaking university in the world, established in about 1400s. One of the reasons why it's also known is these arches above me. They're called cloisters, and they're absolutely phenomenal to see. One of the most amazing architectural pieces ever around. So if you have an opportunity to go to Scotland, go to Glasgow. It's very difficult to understand. Their dialect is so thick, and but you know what? They're the most friendly people I've ever met. Just absolutely amazing, and we love going to Scotland and look forward to hopefully going back again. Speaking of, going out and spending a little spring break, though we couldn't travel, I saw a lot of you traveling. How would we travel? I saw you walking around the neighborhoods with your families. Today's word of the day is family. Family is so important, and I saw you all so dedicated to one another and spending time with one another in your homes and baking. I heard about great stories about you baking and learning different things with your family. And so in these difficult times, family is such an important part of how we make it through these things. So really, I really enjoyed hearing your stories and the great things that you're doing in your families, and keep it up. Keep up the great work. And speaking of family, one of the things that families don't do, and I really encourage you to, is what we would be doing tomorrow at school. And that's a drop and cover drill along with an evacuation. Have you ever thought about that as a family? If you had an earthquake at home, how do you handle that? If there was a fire in the house, how do you handle that? Now, I know those are tough things to talk about, but you do need to talk about them. I mean, where do you evacuate if you're in this room or that room? How do you get out of the house? What are ways in which, where do you congregate afterwards? So really think about that, talk about it. Tomorrow, have a little drill at your house. Might as well, Schools actually are one of the most efficient at holding drills out of any business or institution. Schools do a phenomenal job. Every month we have to hold a drill. So as a family, I encourage you to do that. Also, I want to remind you as we start this next week of school, scheduling. Don't forget about holding to a schedule at school, in your virtual school, that is. Getting up every morning, having breakfast, getting focused in. I was, working from home last week. Oh my goodness, that was very difficult. And staying to a schedule and staying focused, that's got to be hard, but really stay committed to that and keep working at your schedule and being focused. Speaking of that, before spring break, some of the teachers were giving me students' names as far as great work that they're seeing. And let me start with Brandon and Mrs. Saxey's class. Great work. Emma and Paige, thank you so much for your dedication and your work in Mrs. Dahlgren's class. And then lastly, Brady and Mrs. Ferguson's class. Great commitment, initiative in working in your science. So great job, you guys. Keep up the great work. I'll have some more shout outs tomorrow. And lastly, just keep up the good work. Stay committed to your work this week. I know it's going to be difficult, but I want you to keep working very hard. And with that, that's the end of the announcements. At this time, please stand for the flag salute. And if you turn to a flag, or I'll virtually show one here, please stand and place your right hand over your heart. And ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Makos, you know what to do. Make it a Mako day. I know it's been a little cloudy and rainy outside, but hey, I understand the sun may peek out today, so make it a Mako day. Take care, everybody.